Hello, and welcome back to the Create series, Season 1, Episode 16. But yeah, I got wings in the last episode, and I'm not really using that elevator that much. I kind of fly through this hole. Yeah, that's how I get to the upper level, fly through the hole. So that got me thinking, why not embrace it? I think I'm going to build an extension on here, kind of a face of the base, if you will. They'll let me fly into each level because that's the way I'm going to do it anyway. Might as well make it official. So there we go. Easy fly entrance. Easy in, easy out. A little bit more of a challenge for these, but no problem. Yeah. You can't see it now, but I did a little texturing on the side of the wall, covered up kind of the exposed parts where the base was sticking through. It feels like it grows out of the cliff, which is what I was going for. I like it. Yeah, I don't remember authorizing a factory tour. Since I've had my villager trading set up, I've been eating these golden carrots and they're quite healthy, but weird. I mean, who eats golden carrots? In Create Mod, there's a much better food source. And it sounds like it tastes better as well. I need apples. I need them. Gotta have them. What I think I'm gonna do is put in a honey farm right here in this little nook between the cactus farm and the elevator shaft. I'm going to make a nice little habitat for the bees. They'll have their little hive, they'll have their little flowers that they can go out and sniff on and all that good stuff. They'll come back to their hive and they'll put the honey in, and I'm going to suck it out. Now, Minecraft bees aren't that smart. So, we're going to build a little dome first, and that's going to keep the bees in. So they don't fly off and do dumb things like die. And there we are, happy little bees. Being busy little bees. In a safe but natural habitat. Anyway, yeah, the dome's finished, the bees are in. And I made an airlock or maybe a bee lock. Keep the bees from escaping when I'm coming in and out. A little bit of storage in here, for my beekeeping suit and that kind of thing. Directly underneath the honey farm, I made kind of a honey manifold system, if you will, with pipes and pumps that pump the honey out of the beehives. What we're planning to do is drop it on through the floor here. We're going to go into much larger tanks, and this is where I'm going to have the honey apple farm factory. So what I'm thinking is a little walk-in shop kind of thing where I can not only pick up my honeyed apples, but I can see them being made in real time, kind of highlight the machinery that makes them. But before we can start our machinery in here, we need to get the contractors in to finish out the room. Oh look, they're done. Best contractors I've ever hired. They even cleaned up after themselves. I'm thinking you walk in and there's 3 stations with nozzles that squirt the honey down on the apples. There we go, and then we'll put pumps in the back. I'll go ahead and hook all these together while I'm here. There we go. Then we'll put the tanks in the back. That looks pretty cool. I like that. Make up the top, and then we'll get some belts going underneath. We'll pop some pumps in the back and connect to our honey farm up above. Okay, all hooked in, pumps are running, and we're getting honey in the tanks. Excellent. Alright, so I want to run belt across here. That's where the apples will come through. They'll have like an arm that picks them off and puts them on the individual stations. I want it to kind of be like a loop, right? So if it gets overwhelmed, it'll just cycle around. I think that's the first time I've ever hooked up a belt and it worked the first time. That's too fast though. I need to put in something to make it go slower. Maybe a speed controller. I think I like that speed. So I think for aesthetic reasons, I want to put the arm right here. I'm gonna have to move all this drive mechanism somewhere else. Take from anywhere off the belt. And place here, here, and there. There we go. Then we'll put a secondary one that'll populate the barrels. You just won't see it. That's fine. No need to look underneath. It's all nice, clean. I think we're done. I think we're done. I think it's gonna work. Give it a manual test and we'll tidy it up a bit and call it a project. So apples will come in. Apple. 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 We don't have this part yet, but that's okay. Apple. It's picked up. Bloop. Placed on there. Turn to a honey apple. The other arm goes, I'll take that. And I'll put it in one of these chests. Or barrels. Yep, that one. There it is. There goes another apple. Bloop. Maybe I should go up to 16, make it a little bit faster. Alright, I'm going to filter these to honeyed apples just to make sure it doesn't steal an apple. There we go. why you no squirt the honey on the apple. But it turns out setting the filter on the funnels going into these barrels caused the spout not to work. Kind of weird, maybe that's a bug, but found a workaround. So instead, I have a filtered funnel that drops down onto a depot under the 3 honey apple spots. And then the mechanical arm is now set to take from these 3 and then poke back into these with no filters, and that seems to work fine. So we'll just go with that. Alright, let's give that a try. I think it's working. Looks pretty cool. Okay, I've just finished this up. I think I'm going to make this level like a little shop level. So you come into the honey apple shop. And places to, sit down, read the news. Play on your phone. I don't know. Watch your honey apples being made. You need to grab some. There'll be some in your barrel. We know the honey comes from the honey farm. For the apples, what I did, I hooked up the tree farm, put the oak back in. When the apples come out, I pull them out right here. They fall down into a little water stream. So the apples come down the water stream through here, and then they come down here, they plop down onto the belt, and that's how the apples get into the system. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Another farm done. With my culinary needs taken care of, time to make another farm to support my next habit, flight. That's right, I need a rocket firework farm. Now, rocket firework farms with Create are pretty compact, so I don't really need a whole room for it. I think I'll double it up and make it a TNT farm as well. Gunpowder things. So with the honey apple farm, I kind of made the farm and just kind of fit it in a room. This time I'm kind of going the other way, and I'm designing the room the way I want it. This giant TNT facade with the crafters for crafting TNT. So you come in, you'll see TNT being made. I don't have the farm. I just built the facade first this time, and then I'll fill in the guts. Then I'll throw in the firework maker. It's not visually interesting, so I'll just throw it in the back. And there'll be like some sort of output here to get your TNT and your firework rockets. So the thought with these are like semi-automated farms. So we'll come in, and in here you'll put in sand and gunpowder. And if you do that, it'll start making TNT. Same thing over here. Put in gunpowder and sugarcane. It'll start making rockets, and there'll be some sort of output thing for that. But now we just got to figure out how to fit the farms in. So since I kind of keep everything in these toolboxes now, I'm thinking maybe just have like a little toolbox loader on each side. This one will be TNT, and that one will be rockets. And then we'll just arrange it such that the deploy mechanisms drop into there. That way I can come in here. I can get out just a few if I want, or I can just take the whole toolbox, put down a new toolbox. I'll have a full toolbox of rockets or TNT, and I can put down a replacement and let that start filling up. Okay, so for the rockets, the idea is the gunpowder and the sugarcane will go in there, come out here. We'll drop gunpowder out here and the sugarcane out there. It's going to come over to gunpowder. Will just come over and land here. I have a basin that takes in the gunpowder. The sugarcane needs to get stamped down into paper like that. That'll turn that into paper. And we just need to mix the paper and the gunpowder into rockets, and they'll get delivered right there and sucked into our toolbox. There we go. Like I said, this farm is pretty simple. Let me get it all hooked up and we'll see if it works. All right, everything is geared up. It's looking good. Let's see if it works. Okay, that looks good. Let's turn up the speed. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Making rocket farms is a real blast. So I think this one is as simple as pulling in the ingredients, filtering them out here. We'll take one mechanical arm. We'll pull from the gunpowder. Put it in the right spots. And then likewise with the sand. Then we just need to hook those up. And I think that's it. Well, let's try it out. Alright, does this work? No? Oh. Probably help if I put rotational power on the crafters. So it seems that one's a bit out of range for that arm. Move everything up one. Looks like things are working here. Things are getting placed. TNT's falling into there. Let's take a look in the front. Ah, there we go. That's cool. TNT's getting made. Boom. So I added some detail to the front of the shops to kind of finish that up, give it a little depth. I think it needs a little more. Maybe some signage that hangs out, or maybe some like sidewalk displays representing the type of shop it is. Something like that. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know what you think I should do to make that look better. By the way, that's a problem for another day. For today, I'm pretty happy with these two farms. We have our fully automated honey apple farm and our on-demand TNT and rocket farm. That's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. What? Oh, it hit the bed.